Hi, I'm Brights. Have you ever wondered why scientists are sending mushrooms into space? It's not a science fiction story, but a fascinating scientific endeavor with real implications for our future. Let's dive into the intriguing world of fungi and space exploration. In this video, we will explore why fungi are being sent to space, how they thrive in such extreme environments, and the potential benefits of these experiments for space travel and beyond. We will cover the scientific reasons behind these missions, the biological mechanisms of fungi, the experiments conducted on the International Space Station, and the groundbreaking discoveries that could change the way we think about life in space. Understanding how fungi behave in space is crucial for long-term space missions, bioremediation, and even developing new medicines. Stay tuned as we unravel these mysteries. Fungi are a diverse kingdom of organisms that include yeasts, molds, and mushrooms. They are found in almost every environment on Earth, from forests to deserts, and even in our homes. Fungi play essential roles in ecosystems. They are nature's recyclers, breaking down dead organic matter and returning vital nutrients to the soil, which help support plant growth. In addition to their role in decomposition, many fungi form symbiotic relationships with plants. These relationships are known as mycorrhizae, where fungi attach to plant roots and help them absorb water and nutrients more efficiently. Fungi also have significant uses in human industries. Yeasts are used in baking and brewing, molds are used to produce antibiotics like penicillin, and mushrooms are cultivated for food and medicinal purposes. Despite their small size and often hidden nature, fungi have a massive impact on our world. They are crucial to the health of ecosystems, the production of food and medicine, and even have potential applications in bioremediation and sustainable practices. In the context of space exploration, fungi's unique abilities and resilience make them prime candidates for scientific research. By studying fungi in space, we can learn how to harness their capabilities to support long-term space missions and develop new technologies. Now that we have a basic understanding of fungi, let's delve deeper into why scientists are particularly interested in sending them to space and what they hope to discover. Fungi have unique biological structures that allow them to survive and thrive in a wide range of environments, including some of the most extreme conditions on Earth and in space. One key feature that distinguishes fungi from other organisms is their cell walls, which are made of chitin. This gives them rigidity and strength, much like the exoskeletons of insects. Fungi don't have roots, leaves, or stems like plants. Instead, they grow through networks of thread-like structures called hyphae. These hyphae spread out through the environment, absorbing nutrients and forming a dense mat known as mycelium. Mycelium is essentially the root system of fungi, although it operates very differently. It can cover vast areas, connecting individual fungi and forming a collective organism that can span acres in forests, allowing them to exchange nutrients and information. Another fascinating aspect of fungi is their reproduction. Fungi reproduce through microscopic spores, which are released into the air and can travel vast distances, sometimes even across entire continents. Spores are incredibly resilient. They can survive extreme temperatures, desiccation, and even the vacuum of space, which is one reason scientists are so interested in sending fungi into space. In space, fungi are exposed to microgravity and high levels of radiation. These conditions can affect their growth, metabolism, and reproduction. By studying how fungi respond in space, scientists hope to learn how organisms can adapt to life beyond Earth. Fungi's ability to survive and reproduce under such extreme conditions is due in part to their unique biological processes. For example, when exposed to stress, fungi can produce protective compounds that help them endure. This resilience has applications not just for space travel, but also for Earth-based challenges like climate change, environmental cleanup, and sustainable agriculture. In space, where resources are limited, fungi could help humans in unexpected ways. They could be used for waste recycling, oxygen production, and even growing food, making them indispensable for long-duration missions. By studying how fungi behave in space, researchers are uncovering new possibilities for future space missions, while also advancing our understanding of fungi's potential on Earth. Fungi are incredibly adaptable and can be found in nearly every corner of the Earth, from the moist forests to the dry deserts, from the depths of the ocean to the frozen plains of Antarctica. Fungi are not picky about their habitat. They can live in soil, water, and even on decaying organic matter. What makes them so special is their ability to adapt to the conditions around them. For instance, in tropical rainforests, fungi play a crucial role in breaking down plant and animal material. The warm and humid conditions allow them to flourish, feeding off the abundant organic matter around them. But fungi aren't just limited to warm and wet environments. They also thrive in arid deserts, where they've evolved to survive in extreme dryness and heat. One of the most remarkable things about fungi is their ability to survive in extreme conditions. Take, for example, the fungi that grow in Antarctica. Here, in freezing temperatures and high winds, certain fungi species manage to grow, albeit in small pockets of moisture. In such an inhospitable environment, fungi can endure months of darkness and freezing temperatures. They survive by forming thick, protective spores that shield their vital cells from the cold and dryness. Interestingly, fungi don't just survive in extreme environments, they sometimes thrive. In fact, fungi are often the first organisms to colonize harsh terrains such as volcanic eruptions, polar regions, or even after wildfires. In aquatic environments, fungi are similarly resilient. In fresh and saltwater habitats, they break down organic material, contributing to nutrient cycling in ecosystems like lakes, rivers, and oceans. Some fungi even thrive in extreme heat and toxicity. In volcanic regions, they can survive in hot, sulfur-rich environments that would be inhospitable to most other organisms. The fact that fungi can grow in such a diverse range of environments makes them perfect candidates for studying life in space. Space, like many extreme environments on Earth, presents numerous challenges: radiation, microgravity, and isolation. And yet, fungi are showing us that life can adapt, even in the harshest conditions. Fungi's ability to survive in such varied and extreme environments mirrors the conditions they might encounter on long-duration space missions. Just as they survive in deserts, polar ice caps, and volcanic vents, they might one day help humans survive and thrive in the vastness of space. By studying fungi's remarkable resilience in space, scientists are unlocking valuable insights into how life can not only endure but flourish in the unknown conditions of space. Their adaptability could be key to supporting future astronauts on missions to Mars, the Moon, and beyond. So, whether it's the freezing Antarctic, the scorching desert, or the vast reaches of space, fungi are showing us just how adaptable life can be. And as we venture further into space, fungi may hold the key to some of our most important discoveries. In the next segment, we'll look at how exactly scientists are using fungi in space research and what they hope to learn. The idea of sending living organisms into space isn't new. In fact, it dates back to the early days of space exploration in the 1960s and 70s, when scientists began to send a variety of organisms to study how life reacts to the harsh conditions of space. The very first biological experiments in space involved simple organisms like bacteria and plants, and later extended to more complex life forms, including animals. These early missions were crucial in understanding the effects of microgravity, cosmic radiation, and space's vacuum on living organisms. One of the most significant early space missions involved sending plants into space. In 1982, the Soviet Union's Cosmos 1129 mission sent seeds into orbit to study how plants would grow in microgravity. These experiments revealed important insights into how gravity, or the lack of it, affects plant growth and reproduction. Over the years, as technology advanced, more sophisticated biological studies were conducted in space. This included the study of microbial life, as scientists sought to understand how microorganisms survived and adapted in space environments. Some of the earliest results were astonishing, as certain bacteria were found to thrive in the vacuum of space. The next frontier for space biology research involved experimenting with fungi, an organism that was still relatively unexplored in terms of its potential to survive and adapt in space. The study of fungi in space became part of the ongoing effort to understand how living organisms could not only survive but also thrive under the conditions of space. But why fungi? Unlike bacteria or plants, fungi have unique characteristics that make them stand out in space biology studies. Their resilience, ability to form spores, and adaptability to various environments make them ideal candidates for testing the limits of life in space. Fungi are also known to form symbiotic relationships with other organisms, including plants and bacteria, which could potentially have applications for future space missions. For example, fungi might help astronauts grow food, recycle waste, or even protect them from harmful radiation in space. In the 1990s, NASA and other space agencies began sending fungal cultures aboard space missions to observe their behavior in microgravity. These experiments showed that fungi could not only survive in space but also grow in ways that were completely different from Earth-based growth patterns. One such experiment involved the study of Aspergillus nigelans, a type of mold, which showed that microgravity might enhance the fungi's ability to produce certain enzymes. This discovery led scientists to wonder how other fungi might interact with space's unique conditions. These early experiments set the stage for more advanced studies on the potential uses of fungi in space, not just as scientific curiosities, but as practical tools for long-term space missions. Now, as we look to the future of space travel, scientists are turning to fungi not just for their biological resilience, but for their potential to contribute to life support systems, food production, and even human health in the extreme conditions of space. In the next part of our journey, we will explore exactly why fungi are so crucial to the future of space exploration. From their unique biological characteristics to the ways they might help astronauts thrive on long missions, fungi could be the key to unlocking life beyond Earth. When it comes to sending fungi to space, the scientific objectives are far-reaching and profound. Scientists aim to uncover how fungi grow, reproduce, and adapt to the extreme conditions of microgravity and space radiation. One key area of interest is understanding how fungi respond to microgravity. Here on Earth, gravity plays a major role in the way fungi grow. But in space, where there is virtually no gravity, how do these organisms manage to thrive? On Earth, fungi have evolved to grow towards gravity, using it to orient their growth. But in microgravity, this biological behavior is altered. Some fungi seem to grow in unusual ways, and scientists are trying to understand how and why that happens. Scientists are also studying the effects of space radiation on fungi. In space, cosmic radiation can be much more intense than on Earth. How do fungi, with their simple structure, handle the bombardment of high-energy particles? Some fungi may even have the ability to repair DNA damage caused by radiation. Fungi are known for their resilience, and this resilience may be key to their success in space. Their ability to withstand stress and damage, especially in harsh environments, is what makes them such an interesting organism for research. By studying these survival mechanisms, scientists could uncover valuable information for protecting humans from space radiation. Another fascinating area of study is how fungi might be able to adapt genetically to space conditions. Fungi reproduce using spores, which can survive extreme conditions. But what happens to these spores after they are exposed to microgravity and radiation? Could they evolve and acquire new traits over multiple generations? By studying genetic changes in fungi, scientists hope to learn more about how organisms adapt to new environments. This knowledge could not only help us understand how life can survive in space but also how life on Earth adapts to extreme conditions, like climate change. The goal is not just to understand fungi, but to learn broader lessons about the resilience of life itself. If we can unlock the secrets of how fungi endure in space, we might be able to apply those principles to human space travel, including long-duration missions to the Moon, Mars, and beyond. In fact, fungi might not just be passive subjects in space research. They could actively contribute to human survival in space. By studying their growth and adaptability, scientists are exploring the possibility of using fungi to support human life in space, by recycling waste, growing food, and even shielding astronauts from harmful radiation. To achieve these goals, experiments are being carefully designed with the goal of gathering as much data as possible. By understanding the genetic, physiological, and structural responses of fungi to space conditions, scientists hope to pave the way for a more sustainable future in space exploration. Ultimately, the study of fungi in space isn't just about learning more about a strange organism. It's about advancing our understanding of life itself, preparing for long-term space travel, and discovering new ways fungi might help us survive in the harsh conditions of outer space. As space agencies like NASA and private companies look toward long-duration space missions, such as missions to Mars, they face a massive challenge: how to sustain life far from Earth. Fungi could play a crucial role in ensuring that astronauts have everything they need to survive. One of the biggest challenges in space is waste management. With limited resources and space aboard spacecraft or stations, astronauts cannot afford to discard waste or rely on constant resupply missions from Earth. Fungi could help solve this problem through a process known as bioremediation, where they break down organic waste into less harmful components, reducing the need for resupply missions. But it doesn't stop there. Fungi can also help produce essential resources like oxygen and food. In a controlled space habitat, fungi could be grown in bioreactors that recycle air, purifying carbon dioxide and producing oxygen in the process. Additionally, certain fungi can be a source of food for astronauts. Some species of fungi can be consumed directly or used to produce edible compounds, making them an excellent food source for long-term missions. For instance, fungal mycelium, which is the root-like structure of fungi, can be used to create food products or even meat substitutes. This could be invaluable in space, where growing traditional crops might be difficult due to the lack of soil and sunlight. Fungi also have the potential to produce biodegradable materials for use in space habitats. Their mycelium can be used to create insulation, packaging, and even building materials, reducing the need to bring these materials from Earth. By harnessing fungi for bioremediation, food production, and material creation, space missions could become more self-sustaining, reducing the reliance on Earth for supplies. This is especially crucial for missions to Mars or other distant planets, where resupply from Earth would be impractical and costly. Moreover, fungi's unique ability to thrive in extreme conditions could make them essential for space colonization. In the future, we may rely on fungi not only for food and oxygen but also for building habitats in extraterrestrial environments. Scientists are even exploring the idea of using fungi to create protective bioshields for space habitats. These fungi could help shield astronauts from cosmic radiation and the harsh environmental conditions found on planets like Mars. The potential applications of fungi for space travel are almost endless. From helping astronauts breathe and eat to protecting them from harmful radiation, fungi could play a vital role in the future of space exploration. As we prepare for the next frontier of space exploration, fungi could be our greatest allies in creating self-sustaining environments beyond Earth. The future of space travel might not just be about rockets and technology but about understanding and utilizing the natural world around us, fungi, the unsung heroes of space exploration. The International Space Station has long been at the forefront of scientific research, hosting a wide range of experiments to understand how living organisms behave in space. Fungi, being resilient and adaptable organisms, have become a key focus for scientists working on the ISS. One of the most significant areas of research has been how fungi grow and mutate in microgravity. Microgravity, or weightlessness, changes the way cells interact with their environment. For fungi, this could mean altered growth patterns, changes in reproduction, and even genetic mutations. In the unique conditions of space, where gravity is minimal, fungi don't experience the same gravitational pull that they would on Earth. As a result, their growth could differ significantly. For instance, some fungi species may not exhibit the same directional growth patterns, while others may adapt in ways that scientists are still uncovering. One of the key experiments conducted aboard the ISS involved growing the fungus Aspergillus niger. This species was chosen because it is a common fungus that can withstand extreme conditions. Researchers wanted to see how it would behave in space, particularly regarding its ability to mutate in response to the harsh environment of space. Another notable experiment was the Space Fungi project, which aimed to determine how the lack of gravity influences fungal growth and spore production. The goal was to understand whether space travel could trigger new forms of resistance or alterations in fungi that might be beneficial for long-term human habitation on other planets. These experiments have revealed that fungi can exhibit altered growth characteristics in space. For example, some fungi displayed unusual hyphal growth patterns, while others showed an increased ability to produce spores, perhaps as a survival mechanism in the extreme conditions of space. One of the most fascinating discoveries was that fungi could actually mutate in ways that might make them more resilient. Some scientists hypothesized that these mutations could one day be used to help fungi survive on planets like Mars, where conditions are harsh and resources are limited. In addition to studying fungi's resilience in microgravity, researchers have also focused on understanding how fungi interact with the environment in space. For example, fungi's ability to recycle organic matter could be key to creating sustainable life support systems in space habitats. These findings have broad implications not only for space travel but also for life here on Earth. Studying how fungi mutate and adapt in space could offer insights into how they can be used in more extreme environments on Earth, such as in waste management or in cleaning up pollution. The International Space Station continues to be a hub for fungi research, with more experiments planned in the future. As our understanding of fungi in space deepens, the potential applications for long-term space exploration, and for life on Earth, become even more exciting. As space exploration evolves, so too will our ability to utilize fungi in ways we can't yet fully imagine. The role of fungi in space exploration is just beginning, and the experiments conducted on the ISS are paving the way for a new chapter in biological research that could one day help humans live and thrive in space. As the experiments aboard the ISS have progressed, scientists have uncovered some astonishing findings. Studies have shown that fungi can grow more rapidly in space, and they also exhibit unique genetic changes that don't occur in Earth's gravity. In microgravity, fungi seem to experience a kind of genetic acceleration, where their genetic makeup can undergo rapid changes. These mutations might help them adapt to the unique conditions in space, potentially offering new insights into evolution and survival. For instance, some fungi species on the ISS have shown a higher rate of spore production, which could be a response to the stresses of space. This rapid spore production might be a strategy for survival in hostile environments, and it raises fascinating questions about how organisms evolve when subjected to extreme conditions. One of the most exciting aspects of these findings is the potential for biotechnological breakthroughs. By understanding how fungi adapt to space, scientists could unlock new ways to enhance fungi's natural abilities, such as their capacity for breaking down organic material, producing essential compounds, and even developing new forms of resistance. In biotechnology, fungi are already used for a variety of purposes, from producing antibiotics like penicillin to serving as natural pesticides. The new genetic adaptations discovered in space could lead to enhanced strains that might be more efficient at producing these vital compounds or even unlocking new, unknown substances. Moreover, these findings could have significant implications for medicine. By studying how fungi mutate and survive in space, scientists might discover new ways to treat diseases, develop new antibiotics, or create more resilient strains for medical use. This could also open up new doors in genetic engineering. The unique environmental pressures of space provide a natural laboratory for testing how organisms evolve and adapt to stressors, insights that could be applied to improve crops, medicines, and even bioengineering here on Earth. Another key implication of these experiments is their potential to contribute to human health in space. Space-adapted fungi could be crucial in sustaining astronauts on long-term missions by helping to recycle waste, provide food, and produce oxygen in closed environments, like future space colonies or Mars missions. By cultivating these fungi in space, researchers are not just exploring a unique biological phenomenon, they're also laying the groundwork for future space missions. Space-adapted fungi might one day be critical to helping humans live sustainably on other planets. These findings are just the beginning. With future missions and experiments, scientists hope to unlock even more potential uses for fungi in space, from supporting human life on distant planets to improving life here on Earth through biotechnology and medicine. So, as we continue to explore space, fungi could play a pivotal role in not only supporting life beyond Earth but also revolutionizing various scientific fields. Who knew that these tiny, resilient organisms might hold the key to our future in space and on Earth? Among the fungi studied in space, two species have particularly captured the scientific community's attention: Aspergillus and Penicillium. These fungi are not only known for their resilience but also for their potential in producing valuable compounds like antibiotics and other pharmaceuticals. Aspergillus is a genus of fungi known for its rapid growth and ability to thrive in challenging conditions. In space, it has demonstrated its resilience by surviving in the harsh environment of microgravity. This makes it an ideal candidate for studying how fungi adapt to space and how they can be harnessed for biotechnology. Researchers have found that Aspergillus can produce enzymes and secondary metabolites that may have applications in medicine and agriculture. These compounds include antifungal agents, which could be useful not only in space but on Earth, where fungal infections are a significant health concern. One of the most promising aspects of Aspergillus is its potential to produce new antibiotics. On Earth, it has been used in producing enzymes for industrial applications, but in space, the unique environment could lead to the discovery of novel antibiotics, which could be crucial for human health, especially in space missions where bacterial resistance is a growing concern. Similarly, Penicillium is another fungal genus that has shown resilience in space. Penicillium species are most famous for their role in the discovery of penicillin, one of the most significant medical advancements in human history. In space experiments, penicillium has been shown to adapt to microgravity, potentially producing different compounds under these unique conditions. These findings suggest that space conditions may lead to the creation of new or enhanced versions of well-known antibiotics like penicillin. One fascinating discovery is that penicillium can produce novel molecules that may be more potent or effective than their Earth-based counterparts. The microgravity environment could be a catalyst for fungi to evolve new metabolic pathways, creating compounds with enhanced medicinal properties. This phenomenon could have profound implications for medicine. With antibiotic resistance becoming a major global issue, fungi like penicillium could offer a valuable resource in the search for next-generation antibiotics, particularly ones that might be more effective against resistant strains. Moreover, penicillium and Aspergillus aren't the only fungi being studied in space. Researchers are constantly investigating other fungi species to understand how they thrive and whether their metabolic pathways can offer even more innovative solutions for human health and space exploration. The study of these fungi species is only the beginning. As space exploration advances, scientists will continue to send more fungi species to space, unlocking their full potential in medicine, biotechnology, and sustainable living, both in space and on Earth. With fungi like Aspergillus and Penicillium showing such resilience and potential, we are on the verge of a new frontier in both space research and biotechnology. From producing life-saving antibiotics to supporting life on distant planets, fungi may just be the unsung heroes of future space exploration. The research on fungi in space is just beginning, but its potential is vast. As space exploration advances, scientists are working on innovative ways to use fungi to support life on long-duration missions, especially for destinations like Mars or the Moon. Future missions will focus on utilizing fungi for in-situ resource utilization, a crucial aspect of establishing self-sustaining colonies on distant planets. Fungi could help recycle waste products into usable resources, reducing the need for resupply from Earth. For example, fungi could be used for bioremediation, transforming waste, such as human waste or carbon dioxide, into something beneficial. By breaking down waste materials, fungi could create vital resources like oxygen or even organic matter for growing food. Another exciting prospect lies in synthetic biology, where fungi could be engineered to produce materials and substances that are vital for space exploration, like biodegradable plastics, pharmaceuticals, and even construction materials for building habitats. Fungi's role in space-based synthetic biology could extend beyond just producing resources. Scientists are also exploring their potential in creating biofilms, which could be used for sealing habitats, shielding astronauts from radiation, and even supporting life support systems. As research progresses, fungi could become indispensable for future space missions, not only for supporting human life but also for enabling sustainable practices in the harsh environments of space. The applications of fungi in space exploration go beyond sustainability. They could provide key insights into how life can thrive in extreme environments. By studying how fungi adapt to microgravity, we're learning more about the resilience of life itself. Ultimately, fungi's resilience and potential for innovation might make them one of the most important organisms in the future of space travel, with applications that can support long-term human habitation on other planets and contribute to breakthroughs in medicine and biotechnology. As we look to the future, the research into fungi's potential in space is only going to grow. From synthetic biology to resource utilization, fungi are proving to be more than just resilient. They are the future of sustainable space exploration. The possibilities are endless, and as scientists continue their work, we are sure to discover even more groundbreaking uses for these amazing organisms. Summarize, fungi are being sent to space to study their unique adaptations and potential benefits for space travel. These studies could revolutionize our approach to long-term space missions and open new frontiers in science and medicine. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the fascinating world of fungi and space exploration. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe for more educational content. Let us know in the comments what topics you'd like us to explore next. Until next time, keep exploring the wonders of science.